Where to begin? There's times when I miss doing this, and then there's times when I ask myself, why am I doing this? And here I am now.
You told me once to forget the past, because it doesn't matter. But nothing good came of it. There was no place for me to return to. This was the only place I could go.
I don't know about you, but when it comes to me and the holiday season, I have mixed feelings about it, and that's the truth. Growing up, I used to always look forward to Christmas as a kid, especially because, you are anticipating opening presents, spending time with family and loved ones. And for me, growing up, I remember doing rituals. And what I mean by that is my dad always had these routines. For example, going to church every morning and always having breakfast or brunch together, and then we could open presents. We can never do it beforehand or else we would get in trouble. So that was a thing. It was always important to go to mass. And for me, even as my dad isn't around anymore, that is something that I still think about and do as a family, just because that has been instilled in our routine since God knows when. Another thing I think about are Christmas lists. I know some people are not as fortunate as I was when I was a kid, but growing up, I was able to always write a Christmas list of all the things I possibly would have wanted or wanting to hopefully open as a present on Christmas Day. And I remember just being happy and getting the CDs that I wanted, because CDs were a thing, and just being surprised, being fortunate, and it was a privilege to just be able to get these art supplies or whatever it was on those lists at the time. And now when I think back about it, I wish that I was able to give those gifts to like other people, because you don't realize that all the materialistic things that you got as a kid is not really that valuable compared to other things that really do matter in the world. But as a kid, like, you don't think that deep. You just want what every other kid wants. So it's interesting now, because growing up, being an adult now, I think that I have more anxiety figuring out what to get people for Christmas, and let alone the fact that I prefer people to not get me a gift unless they really truly know what it is that I want. Because for me, when I get gifts that I know that I don't really like, I can't fake it. I can't not show how I really feel, and I know it's better to receive anything than nothing, in a sense. If you get a gift, it's nice to be thought of. But for me, I'd rather have the person use that money for somebody else or for a better cause than buying me a gift that seems surface level, in a sense, like a surface level conversation, and it just will just probably sit there in dust until I figure out whatever it is to do with it. And that's honest truth, because how many times have you received a gift and you don't know now what to do with it because it's not something you really want? And you have to also think about maybe possibly figuring out maybe to re-gift it to someone else that you might know who will actually appreciate it more than you. And hopefully the person who gave it to you isn't the person that you re-gift it to by accident, or the fact that you just hope that they never find out that you re-gift it, or that they don't ask you where it is. And so anyways, those are things that I think about. I think about also the fact that when you get gifts, if they're equivalent to whatever the other person is going to give you, or whoever's in their circle, hopefully that they don't judge you for whatever it is that they're giving you. And it's easier said than done to say that it doesn't matter what people think. But we all know realistically, especially when it's people that you really truly care about, your loved ones in a sense, that if there's some sort of negative connotation to whatever it is that you give, and that sucks because that makes you feel bad for even coming up and getting that to that person for in the first place. So being an adult, that's a lot of things that you have to think about compared to being a kid and just opening presents. And another thing that I think about all the time is when I used to work at a retail department store, and the fact that if you are a seasonal employee and you relate to this, you know how they always have a holiday playlist on the speakers, and it's not like you have the control to skip to the next song, let alone also being triggered in your sleep because that's all you can think about and hear in your head is those songs. And for me, that's why I don't even listen to any holiday music. Don't get me wrong, I have certain songs that are my favorites, but I just choose not to listen to any holiday music because it will just remind me of the time of like when I had to always listen to that, and I to the point that I know the songs that are going to be playing next after whatever is currently playing. And so for me, I know people like to listen to that music, so it gets them in the mood and the spirit of wanting to just be festive and happy and wanting to go shopping and think about the people that they care about, let's say. But for me, I just don't like to listen to holiday music. And I just think it's so awkward because not everyone celebrates Christmas, and then you have to listen and hear that music ongoing everywhere you go. You have to see decorations, you have to see all these things literally just customized for that event. And I'm not downing Christmas as if like, oh, Christmas is not a great holiday. I know that people look forward to this, like I said in the beginning, but for me, like I said, I've just always had mixed feelings about it, and that's just the honest truth. It's not that I hate Christmas. I'm not a Grinch. Hopefully you guys don't think of me as that. But those are the things that I've experienced throughout my years about Christmas, and just wanted to share with you because I feel that we don't really get to talk about this, and it's something that's always just been on my mind. And I think Christmas is just such a stressful thing. Just like when you go to an amusement park, or go on vacation, let's say, you just say to yourself like, oh, I'm gonna go somewhere and it's gonna be amazing and fun. But realistically and practical, you think about it, it's actually so stressful to think about planning it while you're there and doing everything and just making it, hopefully thinking that it will just all go well. So I think Christmas is the same way. It seems like it's a vacation, but then realistically it's just like so much work and effort to just do for a day. And then after the next day, it's like another regular day. It's just a day of return. It's a day of people just literally just figuring out what to do next with the things that happen on that day. So those are things that I just, like I said, have experienced, and I'm curious to know what your thoughts are about the holiday itself. Hopefully they might be either A, better than the ones that I've experienced, and one hopefully not worse. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you those few experiences, and thank you again for watching, and stay tuned till the next video. Sayonara. It's the end of the video, so don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, it will help me in the long run. Okay, bye.